And as these protests in Algeria grow in strength, they're being organised in large part on social media. DW reporter Jared Reid is here. He's been following the story. How are people using online media to rally for support?
Well, we've been speaking to activists in Algeria, and basically they've told us that these protests began quite spontaneously through tools like Facebook Messenger. And basically what this means is that people were receiving chain messages from people they knew and people they didn't know in their Facebook inboxes. And these messages contained instructions on where to go, where to gather. And we've got one of these to show you. This is a screenshot sent to us by an activist in Algeria. Like I said, it's giving instructions, the date, the time, the location of where to gather. In this case, it's the 22nd of February at 9 a.m. in the Algerian capital. The message goes on to say, we're hoping 40 million people will hit the streets. And it says, avoid bringing flags that are not the Algerian flag. Instead, bring musical instruments and whistles so it can be a happy and joyful march. Don't use violence, don't engage with security officers, let it be peaceful. And what our sources have told us is that it's not quite clear who wrote these messages. They're choosing to stay anonymous, but what is clear is that they have been spreading on social media, and messages like that one or very similar, people are getting variations of these messages. Organising something like this on a public page, which you might expect in anywhere else, but lots of countries, but in Algeria, it would be kind of dangerous to do that because of the situation there. Reporters Without Borders says the government is cracking down on the media's reporting of this and in the media in general, so this is why these types of events have to be organised in secret and anonymously.
Who are the people going out to protest against the government?
It's particularly young people, young professionals, university students. And we have to keep in mind that demonstrations like this in Algeria are pretty rare. But it is these elections coming up that have really kicked things into gear. This elderly and quite frail president wants a fifth term, and the protesters are saying, well, no, it's time for you to go. And ahead of the protests, pictures like this were being spread on Facebook Messenger. We can see a picture of the president with a big red cross through his face saying, no to a fifth term. We're calling for peaceful demonstrations in all of Algeria's 48 states on the 22nd of February, the day they began. And on Twitter too, people are tweeting no to a fifth term, which is one of the hashtags on Algerian Twitter, and messages like this to the president that say, whatever you're planning in these elections in Algeria, you're not going to succeed. We won't allow ourselves to be manipulated. And at the end here it says, Algeria will be left like it is in peace. So these are the types of messages that are being spread on social media. It's really interesting to read them and also to see how people are organising themselves.
Jared, thank you very much.